Hello friends and welcome to August. Just fair warning, you might hear these are my friends, yeah. You might hear some talking in the background. I just wanted to come on and say welcome to August, and I'm going to show you around the garden a little bit. It's I'll just say embarrassing at this point. August is traditionally the hottest month of the year, and that's usually when I feel like giving up anyway, but this year I have kind of neglected the garden a lot in the beginning of the season, and so it just kind of spiraled and things have not gotten watered. So I figured I would just keep it real with you guys, but we're just gonna go around and kind of see what things look like. I will show you the good, the bad, and the ugly, just like I did last month, but every time I want to give up, I come out here and I see something new and I'm like, this is why I want to keep going. Plus, there's a couple things that I can see that are done or I might have killed, and I'm kind of excited to start thinking about what I'm going to plant there in the fall. So I do prefer gardening in the spring and the fall just because it's not so hot, because today is actually only a high of 90, but all of next week is in the hundreds, and so it just, for the people who live in the southern states, or if you're getting a crazy heat wave just about anywhere, I'm sure you all understand sometimes avoiding the garden when it's 100 degrees. So let's just go look around and see what we can find. Okay, this is the basil plant. Look at how massive it's gotten. If you guys have watched my videos before, I have cut this back multiple times. This is just one, actually I think it's 2 basil plants right now. It's so massive. The snapdragons I've cut back and tried to get rid of. I need to just get rid of them completely because I have plans for this. And then there's a little pepper plant which is finally starting to thrive because it's made it out and around the snapdragons. This is one cucumber plant which is pretty much pittered out for the season. These are the strawberries, and there is some weeds growing in there I need to deal with. So right here we have this mystery pepper plant from last year that I told you guys, if you've watched my previous videos, how many times have I said that I'm going to tear this out, and I haven't. But look, it's covered in peppers, and so why would I tear it out? I mean, it's literally, there's peppers kind of everywhere on this thing, and one of them is even ready for me to pick, which I will just pick that since I'm here with you right now. Well, they usually just pop right off. There we go. So I still don't know what they are, but they taste pretty good. They're more of a sweet pepper. It's almost like a little snacking bell pepper, maybe? I'm not sure. This is the what is supposed to be a jalapeno. If you've watched previous videos, I have just kept it growing, and it is it's actually a poblano is what we've decided. Right here we have a sweet pepper plant that, or not sweet pepper, gosh, sweet potato plant that has planted itself. And then some nasturtiums. I ripped all of this out except for there's a couple of green onions back there and these nasturtiums. And then again, I tried to cut back this snapdragon. It's still exploding. And I think I told you guys in the past about these limes. Check it out. There are limes and they're hanging on, so we're actually going to get limes this year. Let me see if I can count. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I counted 6 last time. So either I missed, oh, there's another one. 5. I must be missing 1. Oh yeah, I see another one. So there's about 6 on this plant right now, which I'm excited about. Woo! Some flowers, so pretty, thank you. And then this is the dancing mandarin. I'm not even going to count. There's just a decent handful that you can kind of see there on the end of every branch here. So there's a lot of those. And then the pineapples are doing phenomenal. I can't wait. I think next year I will be getting a couple pineapples off these. Okay, here's the embarrassing part, which I thought was embarrassing last month, and then it's so much worse. Up there is a Caracara orange, which is kind of struggling. This is a lemon, more flowers from my garden helper. And then all along the bottom here is just plants that have not been surviving the lack of water. These tomatillos, I just need to rip them out. These pepper plants, I don't think they're gonna make it. I still don't know what this is. I think it's not a jalapeno, what am I saying? I think this is a zucchini, and it's not doing well. And then what you can see here is animals have been knocking peaches off my tree. So I need to go up there today and grab as many of those as I can that are ready to be picked, so that I don't keep losing them, because look at how many peaches that is, you guys. We'll go up and pick peaches, and then there's pluots that are ready to be picked today too. All right, and then here are just some more plants that aren't surviving the lack of water. Though, check it out, you guys. I have some volunteer zinnias that have popped up in here, so I'm gonna let those go. And then I don't think, I'm trying to see, oh yeah, some of these like this onion here, I'm just gonna grab it since we're here, is ready to harvest. So there we go, we got a nice yellow onion, which I might actually cook with tonight, but so I'll have to go through and see if any of these onions are ready for harvest. Okay, and then I just wanted to show you the avocado trees, which are actually looking great this year compared to previous years, but none of the avocados that started growing this year ended up making it, so oh well. Okay, so now before it gets too hot, we're gonna go up there and we're gonna harvest the peaches and the pluots and see how much we can get, because they're pretty close to the end of when I normally would harvest them, so I'm gonna try to get as many as I can. Plus, like you guys saw on the peach tree, I'm losing peaches left and right, so I wanna try to get as many as I can. But it's also already over 80 degrees, so we'll see how long I last. Okay, I'm timed out. I actually, I have a few more pluots I wanted to grab from the tree, but a wasp started chasing me around and I decided he can have the tree for today. So I know it doesn't look like a lot in this basket, but this basket's huge. It's a really big basket. So I got a decent amount of pluots and way more peaches than I was expecting. There are a few left on the tree that were a little green. I probably picked some that were too early to be picked, but they were just like falling off when I touched the tree, so I figured it's fine. They can ripen on the counter. Peaches will ripen on the counter, and then I just have a couple of Dapple Dandy pluots. These are like the dinosaur egg pluots. I didn't get as many this year, probably maybe 10 to 15 of these ones, but I'm still grateful for when I get them. So thank you so much for joining me for this little August garden tour and a little bit of harvest. And if you're interested in seeing what I do in the fall and just kind of following along this journey with me, feel free to subscribe. For those of you guys who have been tagging along, just thank you so much for hanging out with me, even though like life has gotten in the way of the garden a lot this year. Oh, and that is a really interesting, oh, it's one of those striped flies. The yellow striped fly, if you guys know what that is. It kind of looks like a bumblebee, but it's actually a fly. Anyway, got distracted. Yeah, so for those of you who have hung along with me, just thank you so much for sticking around. And yeah, like I'm very interested to know, what do you guys do when life gets in the way in the garden, or when the heat gets in the way, because my gosh, like the heat just bothered me so much more this year, probably because I can't go out in the morning like I used to be able to. And so by the time I get out in the garden, it's, you know, it's almost 90 degrees. So I just would prefer to be out here when it's much cooler, but this is where we're at. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and I will see you again next month. All right, bye friends.